She's wild, fearless, and absolutely unforgettable. Juliette Lewis has made a career out of shocking Hollywood, and she's done it without ever playing by the rules. While other stars chase safe roles and polished images, Juliette charged straight into chaos. She didn't just act, she transformed. From her earliest roles, it was clear that she had something rare. A raw intensity. A kind of fire that couldn't be faked. Born into a showbiz family, she could have easily coasted into fame. But instead, she proved herself through powerful performances that shook audiences and critics alike. At just 17, Juliette was already being recognized by the Academy. That alone would have been a dream for most young actors. But what made her different was how she earned it, through a dark, emotionally complex role in Cape Fear. She played Danielle Bowden, a teenager caught in a terrifying game with a violent ex-convict, played by Robert De Niro. The scenes between them were creepy, intense, and impossible to ignore. De Niro is one of the most respected names in acting, but Juliette held her ground with so much confidence that she stole the spotlight. That role didn't just earn her a nomination. It announced to the world that she was a serious actress with serious nerve. And then came Mallory Knox. In 1994, Juliette set the screen on fire in Natural Born Killers. It wasn't just a movie, it was a cultural explosion. Her role as Mallory was bold, messy, violent, and hypnotic. Alongside Woody Harrelson, who played her partner Mickey, Juliette created a twisted couple who killed without remorse and became media stars in the process. Her performance was wild, magnetic, and completely unfiltered. Some called it too much. Others called it genius. But Juliette never backed down. When critics focused more on the controversy than the acting, she spoke out, pointing out how women in Hollywood were judged differently. She wasn't just acting, she was pushing back against the industry itself. Even before that, she'd already shown how far she was willing to go for a role. Cape Fear proved she could deliver layered emotion and disturbing vulnerability. Natural Born Killers proved she could completely lose herself in a character. But Juliette didn't stop there. In 1996, she brought something totally different in From Dusk Till Dawn. The film started as a gritty crime story, then flipped into a vampire horror movie halfway through. Most actors would have gotten lost in the chaos. Not Juliette. She played Catherine Fuller, a teen stuck in a horrifying nightmare, and still found a way to ground the role with emotion and strength. Even surrounded by blood, guns, and vampires, she kept it real. That's always been her secret. No matter how crazy the movie is, she makes her characters feel like real people. In Whip It, she swapped out guns and drama for roller skates and attitude. Playing Iron Maven, the rival in a roller derby league, she was bold, confident, and totally in control. It was a different kind of intensity, still fierce, but fun and magnetic. She wasn't trying to be lovable. She wasn't trying to be pretty. She was powerful, and that made her impossible to ignore. Even in lighter roles, she stands out. In the romantic comedy The Switch, she played Debbie Epstein, the free-spirited best friend to Jennifer Aniston's character. It wasn't a big role, but Juliette didn't need much screen time to make an impact. Her unpredictable energy lit up every scene. She brought humor, honesty, and just the right amount of chaos. And that's the thing with Juliette. She never just blends in. She makes even the smallest roles unforgettable. What makes her even more interesting is that she's never let the industry put her in a box. While many actresses chase fame or carefully curate their public image, Juliette has always done things her way. She didn't stop at acting. She became a rock star, literally. As the lead singer of Juliette and the Licks, she proved that her passion wasn't limited to the screen. Her stage presence was just as fiery as her film performances. She brought the same wild energy, the same fearless vibe, and reminded everyone that she wasn't just an actress, she was an artist. And she's still going strong. In the hit series Yellowjackets, Juliette plays Natalie, a woman haunted by her past and full of secrets. The role is gritty, emotional, and complicated. It's exactly the kind of character that fits her like a glove. And just like always, she gives it everything. Even after decades in the spotlight, she hasn't lost that spark. If anything, she's only gotten better. What makes Juliette Lewis stand out isn't just her talent, it's her total commitment. She doesn't just perform, she transforms. Every role, no matter how wild or dark or bizarre, becomes real in her hands. She brings truth to even the most extreme characters, and that's something very few actors can do. She's built a career on intensity, risk, and emotion. She's never played it safe. And that's exactly why she remains one of the most exciting actresses in Hollywood. Whether she's facing off with killers, skating in a roller derby, or fronting a rock band, Juliette Lewis keeps proving that authenticity is more powerful than perfection. Her roles aren't always polished, and they're definitely not predictable. But that's what makes them stick with you. That's what makes her unforgettable. Juliette isn't afraid to be messy, loud, or controversial. And that fearless energy is what sets her apart. If you've enjoyed this look at Juliette Lewis's boldest and most unfiltered performances, be sure to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and tell us in the comments which of her roles blew your mind. There's always more where that came from, and we can't wait to bring you even more stories from Hollywood's most fearless stars.